This weekend, Caedrel's League of Legends roster, Los Ratones, which features Nemesis, Crowny, Velia, theBaus, and now finally Rekkles, is squaring up against Faker and the rest of T1. I know, when you say it out loud, it just really highlights how insane it is. The question is, could Caedrel's roster actually win?
Before we get into today's video, I'd like to thank our sponsor, LG UltraGear OLED. If you want to keep up with the rest of the gaming world, you need to check out their brand new 27-inch QHD 480Hz UltraGear OLED gaming monitor. It's loaded with features geared towards creating a seamless gaming experience, like astounding speed and refresh rates, vivid OLED picture quality, and future-ready tech via the DisplayPort 2.1 connectivity. Forget about the lag, frame stutters, and screen tearing. The future of gaming is here. The LG UltraGear 27-inch QHD 480Hz refresh rate OLED gaming monitor with DisplayPort 2.1 connectivity is now available for pre-order at LG.com. Check out the link in the description. And now, let's get back to today's video.
All right, so if you're unfamiliar with the God-given gift that is Los Ratones, we put out a video explaining what and who they are last week. The gist is that Caedrel put together a league roster featuring Nemesis, Crowny, Velia, Rekkles, and theBaus, and they're streaming their efforts to compete in the EMEA Regional League. And, you know, other tournaments, like Red Bull's league of its own, where their opening match is going to be against T1.
Los Ratones versus T1, December 15th in Paris.
I mentioned it last week, but yeah, Los Ratones are scheduled to play a competitive match against the reigning world champions, T1, Faker. But what we're here to talk about is whether Los Ratones could actually win. The actual sensible of this Earth answer is probably not. But that's only if T1 plays for real. And to be clear, there isn't an overwhelming reason as to why they should. This is a one-day for the fans invitational. It's basically a series of show matches, not the world's finals. Look, I'm not saying Faker's gonna lock in like Yumi mid or something, but you know, they're probably gonna wanna have a little bit of fun. Still, it's T1. At their worst, they're better than 99% of the rosters in the world, which means Los Ratones are gonna have to sweat, and Lord knows they'll sweat. If Los Ratones beat T1 in their first ever official match, even if it is a glorified show match, it would be the biggest flex ever. And it could feasibly happen. We already know that Keria won't be in attendance, and since it wasn't that long ago that Zeus was replaced by Doran, T1 will not be at their full strength. Plus, Los Ratones do boast a real amount of professional experience. Rekkles just finished his stint as T1's Academy support / official sub, and before that was a long-standing LEC superstar who even made it to a Worlds final. He's also finally replacing Caedrel as the team's actual support, which inspired this contender for Meme of the Year.
He's alive! He's alive! He's alive! He's alive! How is he alive? How is he alive? How is he alive?
Caedrel undeniably has a very high league IQ, but it's no secret that he's struggled to off-roll as the team's support, so I think the team is pretty happy to finally have Rekkles.
Like if Caedrel ran it down, you would still go for the fight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Instead of just waiting for him to spawn.
It's been a rough couple of weeks here with our support. Yeah, I'm really happy you're here, Rekkles.
We'll see about that after the games.
Nemesis used to be a professional mid laner who, alongside Rekkles, once traded blows with Faker on a world stage. Who's to say he can't do it again?
I do kind of need to practice some Veigar now in case I need to pull it out. But I kind of doubt it's gonna happen. I don't even know what our plan is gonna be versus T1. We have 0. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Crowny has about 2 years of professional play under his belt, including a Worlds, and an up-and-comer though he may be, Velia is a talented and hungry player who's had a promising showing so far. And then there's the X Factor, Baus. Everybody and their mother is gonna tune in just to see if Baus proxies Doran into oblivion. Homie has been popping the off lately, and I genuinely think that he's either just gonna run it down or do this with 0 in between.
He's fighting, he's one-shotting.
Preferent on me.
Baus, they're gonna Camille ulti tops him.
Yeah. 100% they're
He's
coming.
fighting already.
He's dead.
Crazy.
Honestly, if Baus was going up against Zeus, I would pretty sensibly rate his chances at 0. But because he's going up against Doran, who's still very new to T1, I feel like things could get kind of saucy.
Are you ready for Doran, Baus?
Oh man. Oh man. I'm very excited.
He's gonna not know what hit him when you're behind these towers.
I'm gonna give him a game of his life. Poor guy doesn't know what he's about to be handled.
The match is scheduled to take place December 15th in Paris. Caedrel will of course be co-streaming, so be sure to tune in. I have a feeling like this one's gonna be a barn burner. See you when it's all said and done. Really picture this. Proxying between the tier 1 and tier 2 in the mid lane. There's like...
Oh, right.
There's literally, you know, Caedrel does the thing where he's just like, is he fried, chat? Is he fried? He instantly dies, right? Just absolutely gets collapsed on by the jungler and dies.